Welcome back, everybody. This is Lizard and in Lizard's World Survival, and today I want to tell you something before we get started. Today we are going to take a break from building our village here, and we're going to go work on another project, get it started, something I've been tossing around, and I think it's a pretty cool idea. For this series here, we're going to have different areas that have different different kingdoms type thing. And here we're going to have a village. And what I'm thinking for the lore for this world is in the different areas, there's going to be like different fantasy races. Like this is going to be a human village, right? Where all the townspeople, humans live. And it's going to come out, you're going to follow this road here. And the road changes appearance. That's intentional. Because this road is going to meander all the way up through here. And as you can see, I've got a pretty good start on it. But it's far from being finished. I just wanted to give a basic idea of what this path is going to look like. It's going to come all the way out into the mountain area here. And it's going to go between this natural arc here. Natural arch, or whatever. This eventually is going to be redone as like a stonework gate. Maybe some gatehouses, maybe a couple of statues, that kind of thing. And I think that's pretty cool. It's going to lead all the way up to the next project that we're going to be working on today. Just as a little break from the village. I'm kind of getting a little burnt out on the village. So I wanted to do something else, work on something else. And as you can see here, I've been doing quite a bit of work. I've got some pillars going on here. That's probably going to be filled in and decorated maybe with some archways and some different things. And I found a use for granite. I don't like granite in this mod pack, but I found a decent use for it. And as you can see, I've got a few buckets of lava, which those are going to come in here. This is going to be knocked out like this, and that one's going to be knocked out. And there's going to be a stone brick put there. But I think the marble works well with this other stone, and I seen a mistake there that I want to fix. I was playing around with a couple different ideas, and I kind of came up with that design there, which I kind of like that. That's going to be there because with the glass and the lava, and yeah, I'm using my famous red glass, but that's okay. And I want to check something here. It's back on peaceful for some reason. I have no idea why it keeps doing that. But anyhow, to continue, and this needs to go back one, so I can put the lava there. I'm gonna pick up all this stone because that's gonna be handy, and I'm gonna have to do something over there. Well, I can knock a stairway in there because I'm going to be working on this inside area here too. This is going to be changed eventually. I should have put regular stone there, shouldn't have I? Yeah, I think that would make more sense. Some regular stone. And we need some more lava. But yeah, this area here, like I was going to tell you, this is going to be the Dwarven Kingdom. And they're going to be mountain dwarves. And Yeah, I think that's a neat idea. And I brought the stuff to make me a bed so I can sleep over here instead of running back and forth. Can we sleep now? All right. But let me know what you guys think of this design. I'm thinking that the design that I have is going to go all the way back, and it's going to connect. And I need to make some stone brick stairs, so let's get that out of the way here. And we'll make some more stone bricks, and we'll get some more stone going in there. I'm going to use probably a lot of stone and stone bricks. And I've been using some stone picks and things like that because I want to save a little bit on my iron. And this is going to take a lot because I'm going to have to hollow out some huge, immense caverns and cavities and things like that. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing here yet. I'm thinking to have like a castle / guard area there. But I'm going to take that all the way back. For right now, I'm just going to stay with the style that I have going. I don't know if that's going to stay like this forever, but for right now I'm good with it. And skip 2 blocks. Well, let's just get some detail going here. But yeah, this is going to be the Dwarven Kingdom. And there's going to be different kingdoms for each. Like, each new biome that I find, I just get inspired to do something. Like, we're going to have a swamp kingdom, and I don't know what that's going to be yet. But it's going to be something that fits with swamps and things like that. So I'm going to try to make each new area that I build like fit its environment, if that makes any sense. So this is going to be like Mountain Dwarves. The town that we're building is going to be like a human town, you know. I mean, think of it like Lord of the Rings, right? There's mountain area where the dwarves live. There's another area where humans live. You know, hobbits. I don't know if we're going to do anything hobbit, but that would be kind of cool, I think. It would definitely fit the theme, I think. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. If you like that idea, if you don't like that idea, or if you have any ideas for what some different areas should be and things, I'd be more than happy to take any suggestions and things like that into consideration, because I want this to be as awesome as it can be. So that's my thoughts on that. But this Dwarven Kingdom, it's going to be full of like grand arches and really like extremely tall Well, if you've ever seen like Lord of the Rings, right? Think of the Dwarven castles and things that you find there. That should give you some idea of what my plans are going to be for this area. Very Lord of the Ring-esque, very Tolkien-esque, or as close to it as I can build, anyhow. And I think that will actually be pretty awesome. But with as big of a build as I plan on doing here, it's going to take me a good long time, because the vast majority of it is going to be stone brick. And a lot of it will probably be regular stone as well. So it's going to take a lot of time until I can get a silk touch. It's going to take a lot of time to like dig out the cobblestone, cook it to stone, and then make stone bricks from that and things like that. But that's pretty much the idea I have here. And I do have some smooth stone, so we'll go ahead and fix. Oops. I should go from inside here first, right? Because I also plan on going with the lava behind glass for the majority of the natural lighting in the area. And maybe some like hidden glowstone lighting. And that's probably what I'm going to do here, is I'm going to probably build this in, or fill this in, and do more like the lava lighting down this way. Yeah, I need to make some more chiseled stone brick, so we'll take that out. Stone slabs. They will come in handy, but I screwed up there. Yeah, I need to make that. Then I need to make that. That gives us the chiseled stone. Okay, and then we won't need the stairs right now for that. So let's just go on down this way, getting some of these set up. What I did is I dug in like this. Thought I messed up there. And then behind, it's sunk in one more. And really, you need the thick walls to make these look right. Because if you don't have thick walls, you're going to really be squeezed for space when you try to throw in details like this. And I don't like to basically squeeze myself for space when I'm doing something like this, because with these really grand builds like this, the huge builds, or the epic builds, whichever way you want to say it, and especially with underground builds, one thing I've learned is that you're detailing inside the building is similar to the amount of effort that you would put into designing a really cool looking roof. Oh damn it, I always hit a piece of glass. That's never good. Well, I wouldn't have had... Oh crap. Do it again. But I have just enough just enough glass that I can fix that without it presenting to be too much of a issue. I'll just have to go and make a lot more red glass. This hallway, this right here, I think I'm just going to leave that as stone to give it kind of a natural look as you go in. And on this side, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet, but it's gonna be pretty similar to this. And I'm gonna try to make it so torches aren't used as a lighting source, and that could pose issues of its own. We've got dancing cobblestone. Awesome. That piece of cobblestone danced all the way to the bottom. That's neat. But yeah, like I said, this area here is going to be our Dwarven Kingdom, and eventually this is all going to be finished, and this is going to be a big grand entryway, as you can see with the pillars. And I put andesite in there, the rough andesite. I probably should have used polished, and I might change that out for polished andesite eventually. But I'm kind of digging the way it looks like that. But I might try and see what the polished andesite looks like. And if you guys will excuse me one moment, I will be right back. I have to do something real quick. Sorry about that. Alright guys, I'm back, and I had to attend to something off camera. But that is pretty much done for the moment. And anyway, to come back, I was playing around between episodes with a couple different visual things, and to completely eliminate torches in the Dwarven Kingdom, I came up with something like this. And my thought is each kingdom will use different lighting techniques. Like the dwarves, they do a lot of stuff underground, like smelting, blacksmithing, and they do a lot of other stuff like that. So their form of lighting, their form of preferred lighting would be things like lava, fire, and things like that. So that's what I came up with. And like in the human village, they're going to use like torches and glowstone. And maybe like for the elves, they'll use just glowstone or something like that. And I also had an idea. Since the humans are using glowstone, or yeah, the human village is using glowstone, and I said the dwarves here are going to use mainly like lava and fire for their internal lighting. The lighting for the pathway, the road that's going to lead here, I'm gonna probably change that up between episodes as well, and make like braziers. Come up with a way to use fire to provide light for those, and I think that's a pretty good idea. I just have to come up with a what's the word? Come up with a design for how I want to make them. I've got a couple in mind, but I'll make a couple up between episodes, and because for the next couple episodes, probably we're going to be doing a lot of work on this. We may take a break and go on an adventure. We may do a couple other things I've been meaning to do as well. And you can see there how I'm providing the fire lighting with just netherrack. So pretty simple, but it's also a pretty cool little graphic thing as well. And it provides a nice amount of light. I might put another one in here where it's dark, but I don't think that anything can spawn on stairs anyway, so I might just leave that. I might just leave it go. And we need, yeah, like I said, we're going to need literally hundreds of, probably even thousands of these stone brick. So between episodes, I'll work on getting more materials and supplies done for that as well. And just, I'll work on getting more prepared for building projects and things like that. And gathering resources and materials and things of that nature. And you can put that there because that's not going to be seen. Just fill as much of this in as we can. And I did decide, at least for the moment, this is going to be filled in with smooth stone. And I'm just going to copy this to this blank area here. So that's pretty much what's going to go on this side of the hall. And I was thinking I might make some paintings and try to line this hallway with some paintings. I think that would make it look pretty good. I don't know if I want to use the banner type paintings or if I want to do something different. Not entirely sure yet. So don't quote me on anything. But I will work on more design features for this hallway. What I'd like to do is make a bunch of paintings. And on these square stone bricks here, I would like to do either the crossed swords or perhaps even like the door knocker type painting. And I've got a lot of materials in here as well. So I'm not going to be wasting anything. All this stuff is going to be put to use. Even the cobblestone stuff here. So, but what I will do is I'll take this out so I can make more bricks and stone bricks and stuff like that. And I'm going to be incorporating wood in this design somewhere if I can find a good place that feels like it fits. I don't want to just throw a block in and say, oh, there we go. It fits because I want it to fit. No, I want to put blocks in that I feel actually do fit. Not just throwing stuff in willy-nilly. And what we're going to need to do is going to need to make a lot more stone brick here. And I have an idea for this section. So I'm going to pillar up. And I'm going to pull this out like this. Okay, that be taken down. I'm going to try to raise that up now some, just to give it a front. And what I'm going to do is just where these stairs are, because I can always come back up. Whoops. I can always come back up, and I'm going to need to do that anyhow. I'm going to need to come back up here and fill this out and make some detail to it. But right at the moment, I just want to give it like a face. I don't want that hole that was there in it to be there as prevalent as it was. So we'll jump out like that. Jump out like that. And I didn't make another shovel, but that's okay. With each new detail that I put in, I'm liking this build more and more. I have an idea of what I can do there. I'm thinking of punching a random shape in there, maybe like some kind of a cross or something, and putting a different color behind it. Maybe red. I think red would be a good, I don't know, maybe not a cross, maybe some kind of like circular pattern or something. Let me go up and see what kind of a shape I can punch into that real quick. See, we got all this room to work with. And right here is the center. So let's try punching out 3, 4, 5. Then we'll go 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And let's try putting that in there, that and that. Let's try something like this. On there and there. Then we'll go back down to see what that looks like. And like I said, I can always change this until I get it perfectly the way I want it. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I can punch a shape in, or I can put something behind that. I think that looks good. I need to get a better look at it from some height here. I need to knock that stone in front of it down, or out, even. Yeah, I need to trim that out. I need to trim all this up and make it look the way I want it to look. But I like the entrance so far. I'm liking that. And beside it, I can go behind that and fill it in with stone and maybe put in some cobblestone wall to give it some texture. And another thing I want to try real quick, since I have some on me, I'm going to knock this down. I don't have any on me. I put it. Let me just fill these up, get more of that going. Let me grab this, make an even number of it. Let me try this. What I mentioned earlier about the andesite. Let me try that. just knock the andesite out of the center of it here. And I want to try putting in the polished andesite, seeing if that gives it a smoother look, or a more worked with look instead of just bracing something natural, if that makes sense. Yeah, that doesn't really look much different than the mountain in the background. Excuse me, guys. This, however, looks a lot better, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and replace that andesite in this pillar with the polished andesite. And I think that will be good for an episode. And I'll keep working on this between episodes. Until I get it exactly the way I want it. But every little detail or every little fix that I do on this makes this look just that much cooler, I think. And I do have some of those on hand, so I can finish the front of this all the way up to there. And actually, I'll put those details in while I'm right here. And then we'll go back down and take a look at it from ground level and see what it's starting to look like. As you see, I'm putting slabs in on the upper half of the block there. I built a lot of this scaffolding up and down in this build, because in this build height is going to be a huge factor. Let's take a look at it in the daylight. I don't want to look at it at night because it just throws it off. Let's look at it from this angle. Yeah, I think that's good. Once the gaps in that get filled in, that'll start looking a lot better. But so far, I'm really liking the way this looks. I really am. It's looking really how I want it to look, which is nice. I want to give a lot of focal point. I want to give a lot of depth to add more visual pleasure looking at it. And yeah, I like the polished andesite better. That just makes it look more worked instead of just being like a natural occurrence or a natural part of the cliff face. But yeah, I'm really happy with this build so far. And this Dwarven Kingdom is going to be one of those things that's going to take a while to walk through. I mean, you're not just going to be able to walk in like this and say, oh, I've seen it, that's okay. I mean, it's going to go on that way for quite a while. And perhaps even in this hallway, I might knock in a couple doors, or archways anyway, leading to some different areas and things like that. Having some, just these huge cavernous rooms. you know, huge arches and just a lot of depth. And in the depth, of course, there's going to be things that are going to be built in for height. I mean, there's going to be rooms that are going to be probably about this high, and there's going to be rooms that are going to be just like, imagine like the huge cathedrals in Europe. I'm going to have like dome ceilings and pillars and anything really that speaks to me and says Dwarven, I'm going to try to implement in this build. And just the way this pillar here looks gives me an idea for a possible future build somewhere. Maybe we'll build like a ruined castle somewhere, like out in the middle of a forest or something, and have it overgrown with leaves and vines, things like that. But that's in the future. And another thing I'll probably wind up doing in this episode or in this series is I'll probably wind up doing a lot of back and forth stuff. Like one episode will work on the village. Another episode will work on the Dwarven Kingdom. Another episode will go adventuring. Another episode will go into the Nether. You know, and things like that. So, but yeah, guys, let me know what you thought of the episode. Let me know what you think of the Dwarven Kingdom or the start of the Dwarven Kingdom. And make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe. I'd really appreciate every like, subscription, comment. Really helps my channel out a ton. And I think that'll do it for this episode, guys. So, until next time, you have a great one, and I'll catch you on the flip side.